Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Saturday, November 8th, 2025. I hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 95% of success coming from this simple habit. But before I get started, if this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I've been involved in the work from home space for 19 years. I've been working full-time for myself since 2018, and it's my true passion to help others generate mailbox money using social media and direct mail marketing. So with that being said, most people in network marketing fail not because they're stupid or, they lack skill or anything like that. It's because they stop showing up. All right, let me say that again. Most people fail in network marketing not because of their lack of skill or because they're stupid or anything like that. It's because they stop showing up. Right? So 95% of success in network marketing, really in anything, but particularly in network marketing, is just showing up every day. I work with so many people who reach out to me and I talk to them and they tell me their whys and they tell me how they want to have this fantastic life and they want to have time freedom and they want to have financial freedom and they don't want to go to their 9-to-5 jobs anymore, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. And they join a program, but within a couple of days, maybe a week, maybe a month, that's usually really pushing it, but within somewhere in that time, they just stop showing up. And then they start over again. They'll find another program, shiny object syndrome. They'll go find another program. They think that that's going to be the program that, gets them to where they want to be. And they do the same thing. And it just becomes a habit. And I know this because I did it for 10 years. I had shiny object syndrome. And I had all these big goals and dreams and all this stuff. And, I thought this program was going to be it. But then the next program came out and I got sidetracked by that program, so I forgot about the program that I was in. And it was just a continuously horrible cycle where you can make a little bit of money here and there, but you're never going to build a business and you're certainly never going to build an empire. So I tell people when I work with them now that I would rather have somebody who has never done marketing, who is willing to show up every single day, as opposed to somebody who's been in marketing for a long time and they have shiny object syndrome and they stop showing up after a while. The key to success in this industry, and like I said, most anything, is just showing up every single day and not making excuses and putting in the work and taking action and doing income producing activities. 95% of success is just showing up. You don't have to be a huge marketer, like I say. You don't have to have a huge email list. You don't have to have any of that stuff. You have to commit to a program and you have to show up every day. You have to create content. You have to make phone calls. You have to send out letters, right? These are going out today. Whatever it is, post, share content, make send letters out, make calls, follow up with people who have reached out to you. Do self-development so you're learning new skills that you can apply to your business. That's why I'm always reading biographies or autobiographies of business moguls. Okay? Because they're just on a whole nother level than the majority of people, including myself. They're just savages when it comes to building businesses. They get obsessed with it. That's all their focus is. And I'm not saying to, ignore your family or your friends or anything like that. But if you want to build an empire, all right, if you want to be able to do what you want, when you want, for as long as you want, and never have to worry about cash flow again, build generational wealth to leave to your family, you have got to become obsessed with your program, your opportunity. That's why I always say it's super important to join a program or an opportunity or have a product or service that resonates with you, something that you can stand behind 10,000%. Because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to be able to sell it. You know? People can see that. And people join people who they know, like, and trust. So if you're out there just trying to sell something to make money, people are going to see that because they're going to see, oh, this guy's really, or girl is not very passionate about it. They're just trying to make a quick buck. But if you have somebody who's showing up every day and making video content and creating posts and sending out letters and making phone calls and doing follow-ups and helping their team out, those are people that other people join. And you start out and you get to that level by just showing up every single day and not making excuses. So, I mean, when you first start out in a business opportunity and you're not getting the results that you want right away, you can't stop. You have to keep going. You have to continue to plant seeds like I've talked about before, right? Each one of these letters is a seed. Each one of these videos that I do, it's a seed. It's something that's going to grow over time. It's something that people are going to see. It's not going anywhere. When I send a letter out, people are going to see this. They might not join right away. They might throw it in the garbage. But a good percent of them, they put this on their desk and they'll come back to it later. And they'll look at it, you know? So you have to be motivated and understand that you're planting seeds in the beginning. And over time, those seeds will grow into money trees if you stick with it long enough. But you have to give yourself time to build momentum. Right? And over time, the momentum builds motivation, and motivation is what builds empires. So you can't just, start a program, stop a program, start a program, stop a program, start a program, stop a program. You're never going to get anywhere. And people are willing to go to their job for 30 or 40 years to get a watch when they retire. But they're not willing to spend, even if it took you 5 years to get to $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month. You're telling me you're not willing to do that so that you can escape the rat race, so that you can live life on your own terms? You're not willing to sacrifice 5 years of coming home after your job or before you go into your job in the morning and put in an hour or two of work to build up an empire that you control? I mean, I just don't get it. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. People join me, they want to have a phone call, and I give them my time, and they join a program, and then boom, they're gone. A week goes by, boom, they're gone. They're gone, they're gone, they're gone. And I mean, they're not hurting me. I just don't understand the mentality of it. They do not like their job. They dread going to work. They hate Sundays because all they do is think about going to work on Mondays. Then they get presented with an opportunity, or they find an opportunity that they really like, but then they stop showing up. You can't build an empire by doing a post every one post a week or making one video every 3 weeks. You're never going to build an empire. Ever. Never. You have to show up every day and stop treating this like a hobby and treat it like it's like a business. It's your business, right? You go to work for your paycheck 40 hours a week. Why don't you spend an hour a day on your own business to build your own empire? You don't have to be doing this all day long when you're first starting out. You can create a piece of content. You can use ChatGPT to create a piece of content. You can create a video. You can put letters together and send them out in the mail. It's not hard to do. You just have to show up every day. But I can tell you this, consistency beats talent in this industry. Consistency beats talent in this industry. All right? I don't care how good of a salesperson you are, or how smooth of a talker you are, or how great of a videographer you are. If you're not showing up every day and putting those skills to use, you're never going to build your empire. Okay? So you have to show up every day. You'll beat 95% of people in this business. Actually, about 98% of them. Because 98% of people in network marketing never make any money. And it's because 98% of those people stop showing up. and they stop being consistent. Okay? So I hope you found value in this video. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching.